This show is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find the other great shows on the network, head over to the deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
BEV'S Video Kingdom is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh, welcome back, everybody, to BEV'S Video Kingdom. We are actually still here. I don't know. I can smell it. It smells like beer.
It does. It smells like delicious beer.
Oh, if you heard us last week, we have been brewing beer all day, and it's amazing. We are at Last Call Brewery, one of our sponsors. And actually, well, our only sponsor.
Our main sponsor.
Damn, Scotch, did you find out something?
Hey, well, I mean, we had Cameo for a while. Actually, no, we didn't. Those fuckers got a bunch of free advertisement too.
They're our sponsor, whether they want us or not. Because if you guys remember, I think I gave them a lifetime sponsorship.
Yeah,
I think I offered that up right at the beginning.
Lifetime plus 11 years or something.
Yeah,
I think was the stipulation. Yeah.
So this is Scotch. We got Brad and Zach, and we have some special guests with us. We have Walter and Liza. They are the ones that are just the masters of the brew, and they showed us how to make beer.
They're the cooks in the kitchen. They were just telling us that they're the only two brewing these beers, which is fucking crazy. Like this is a pretty big operation for only two peeps. I feel like. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, we're kind of a big deal, you know.
We're actually a fairly small brewery. We're probably the smallest in terms of production in Oakdale with the three breweries that are here, believe it or not, and we've been around the longest. But we try and make a concerted effort to sell the majority of our beer through our tap room. And in doing that and not having a huge wholesale presence, we have a wholesale presence, but not a giant one. We don't have to turn beer as fast. As many times as maybe other breweries do, because we're just feeding it all through our tap room, so we can really gauge what we need to make, when we need to make it, and how much of it we need to make. So.
Nice.
You guys sell more beer in the summertime? Probably, obviously, right? Like more beer in the summertime?
Yeah, definitely. Our tap room sales are higher in the summer and the spring. They kind of hit a lull in the fall
because people are out walking around probably and just stopping in. And
you're just out more. I mean, it's not dark at 4:30, so you want to go do more
true
stuff.
too. I didn't think about that.
We're sitting on the patio versus if it's cold or warm, things like that. That adds to it.
I always heard that a weird stat was there's more ice cream eaten in the wintertime than the summertime.
Really?
Yeah. So I was talking to somebody I worked at Cold Stone or something. They said, yeah, they do way more business in the wintertime.
I definitely put on more pounds in the wintertime than in the summertime, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that could be.
So in case you missed it last week, the reason we are making beer and the beer we are making is another BVK IPA.
Still don't have a name.
We still haven't officially named it.
BVK IPA. What do we call it? Like BVK IPA, the Deuce?
No.
How many movies have you seen called The Deuce?
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying. Like, I'm
Deuce
trying to think of
Bigelow.
something like, what is something that has to do with number 2 that either has to do with poop or like wieners? Because like those are like the two main things that we like to talk about on the pod is like poop and wieners and movies.
Well,
so like which one?
We love selling things with poop and wieners.
Yeah.
on it. That's usually what we try to go for.
Great selling point.
I'm just saying, guys.
But
Gotta give the people what they want.
The double deuce from Roadhouse. That reference.
The double deuce.
Is that what it's called? Double deuce?
The double deuce is
that's the bar.
The bar.
Is that like
That's true.
Is that like when you think you're done, but then you have to go again?
My thought was always something like what is a classic sequel movie and how is it titled? You know, like Redux or Part Deux or like anything that references that.
We were talking about that, but then we kept finding, like I said, you look up a beer name nowadays, and since there's a billion breweries, there's a billion beer names, and we thought, it would be clever.
Okay,
Electric Boogaloo.
What about this?
And there was like 17 beers already.
I don't like Electric Boogaloo. However, what about BVK IPA? the 2 eyes and we'll like color them in, and it'll be like a 2, like a Roman numeral 2.
That
So-
almost could be mistaken for like being a double IPA.
That's what that distinction generally is.
Yeah, but people don't know that, Walter.
India,
You'll be the
India,
only
ale,
one.
ale. It's like ATM machines, like
Yes.
automated teller machines. Just
like Den
India,
Network.
India,
It's like
pale
the
ale.
Den
Like the Den
Network.
Network.
That's
Nice. She didn't even realize that.
That
She
was a
just
great
segued
segue
us
last
into a
segue.
great thing.
Wow.
Real
Natural.
quick,
Professional.
little house cleaning here. We are part of Deluxe Edition Network.
Network.
A great
Deluxe Edition Network.
no
That's what Casey told us to say, I think.
Deluxe Edition Network.
Yeah, he told us to say it like that.
I don't think
He said he was
did.
going to kick us off if we kept saying the network.
The Network.
Yeah, he didn't
The
like
network.
Oh, he likes the network. I talked to him the other day. Anyway, so we are part of a network of great podcasts. There's usually a podcast of the month. They haven't made us a podcast of the month yet, so we're not going to promote anybody else. So moving on. I'm just kidding. Everybody is the podcast of the month this week. They didn't give us one, and so there's.
So the podcast
So-
of the month is BVK.
There you go. A lot of great podcasts, different subjects. There's definitely movie podcasts. There's pop culture podcasts. All kinds of great stuff. So please go check
There's
them out.
horse podcasts.
That is not about horses. It's
It's called
Horse?
Horsing Around.
horsing around. It's a bunch. They're in a barber shop and they just tell crazy stories and
I will say they all
Cool shit.
consistently drink a lot, though. It seems
Yeah.
like that's kind of the big the
common
drinking
thread.
is the thing.
common thread
How
between
that
all the
horse
podcasts.
became a barber, I don't know. Yeah.
I know exactly.
Okay.
We're getting deep cuts.
So last week we talked about drinking buddies, and this week we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to do something kind of new. I know a lot of you are expecting the usual draft episode, which we've actually kind of gotten away from for a while now. I know I've caught some shit from some people about doing 2 Christmas movies in a row and no draft. But you know what? Sometimes we want to change things up, do things a little differently. Don't worry. We'll get back to the normal at some point. But our good buddy Nate isn't here. He's still on holiday, whatever, traveling around the world doing crazy shit.
He will return shortly. So,
Yes, so-
don't anybody freak out.
But until he
damn
gets back, we're going to keep doing shit our way. And this week we're going to do something a little bit different. We decided to try something called a speed draft, and I was trying to go long enough to where Brad would be ready with the button because we're going to do this.
Fucking Brad.
I remember what it was earlier.
He
but
can't
now I
stop
don't.
it now.
Fuck, I got to let that boy through.
Now we have to wait for it. You better leave this in so I can embarrass
Nope.
you in real life.
Left in. I'm the magical editor. I make
If
it
I
all.
listen to this later and that's not a part of it,
I'm
You
gonna
can be
be
upset.
pissed.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be. I'll probably cry.
All right, I'll
Probably
try to
cry a little bit.
again. Do you know which button it is now?
I think so.
Okay.
And
So this week we're going to do something a little bit different, and we are going to do this.
I
was-
like the other one better.
What other one, Liza? I don't know what you were talking about.
Oh yeah, we
There was some
edited
clever
that out.
editing going on there.
that was speedy, bro. Did you just speed the drums up, or did you actually play the drums that fast?
You don't think I'm good enough to play that fast?
That's
I
quite
think
an
you're good enough.
accusation.
I think that's
Dude.
exactly what he just said.
I laid that shit down, bro.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
And I hurt my fucking larynx.
You did say
belting
your
it out again.
You did say your Abdullah Oblongata was hurt.
Yeah, I heard it. You could hear it in the voice. Like at the end, it kind of just like it was falling off a cliff.
What is that thing? Oh no, your epiglottis.
Epiglottis.
An injured epiglottis.
A little dingly.
Yeah, the
Yep.
dangle.
You're throwing a lot of words at me, bro.
Isn't that your uvula?
What's going on?
Uvula.
Isn't that the dangly?
Uvula.
No, that's on
Uvula.
girls, bro.
I don't know. I've never found
You
it.
kidding me?
Come on, Walter. This is a family show.
Okay, so we are going to do a speed draft, and so it's a little bit different. We're actually going to go kind of a little bit back to our roots a little bit, and I am going to be a judge.
Ooh.
What's going on here, Scotch? What are we doing?
I know. So I was kind of missing being a judge, and so we kind of said, hey, let's do something different. I'll be the judge, and so what we're going to do is there's going to be 4 rounds like we usually do.
Okay.
And then Walter and Liza are going to join Brad and Zach.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is each round is going to be a different category. So instead of doing one category for the entire thing, every round is going to have a new category. Now, everyone has 10 seconds to make their pick.
Oh goodness.
And I hadn't told any of them
I
this.
didn't realize. I knew it was a speed draft, but I didn't know we were.
Okay.
What's the punishment for not going after 10 seconds?
Oh,
0 points.
public shaming.
Oh,
Just straight up 0 points.
0
Okay.
points.
Okay.
So
Shit.
So basically, I am going to rank them, and I only have at the end of the round. I have 30 seconds to make my pick, so I'm not going to be hemming and hawing or whatever.
Oh,
so
all right.
I'm under the gun too.
Hammond and Hawn.
Yep.
So you didn't tell us that.
Great.
Hammond.
First thing Zach asked Liza was like, "Hey, how old are you?" She's like, 22. Like, yeah, you're not going to get any of our references.
Yeah, I said you might be a little
there's
confused.
Great Hammond and Hawn.
Is that how I
is-
sound when I talk? 22.
Did you hear? Did you hear his
Pretty much,
super
yeah.
condescending Liza voice that he
know,
just
what
did?
was that?
God, what a
I
butthead.
am a little woman, so I talk down here.
I wish I would have known that because I've only got one answer for each of these picks, and if someone else takes it, I've just got to
You're gonna lose
come
your
up with
mind.
something on the
Yep.
fly here.
Uh-huh.
You're
Okay,
gonna have to
all right.
move quick.
Alrighty.
It's a speed draft, brother.
All right.
So, 30 seconds. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to judge it from 4 to 1. So basically, the best that gets 4 points, 3, 2, and 1.
And so like, did you explain what we're drafting yet?
I'm going round.
Okay, all
So
right.
yeah, so each round, I'll tell the categories after this, but each round will be a different category, and then every single one of you will have the first pick. So Brad's going to give us a draft order to start with. Then after that, so if it starts with Brad first, he'll do first pick, and then we'll rotate around, and then Liza will have the next first pick.
Got
That
it.
way, because since we're doing a different category each round, everybody should have a first pick.
Got it.
So I think
We're not doing the snake draft.
I think I came up with the category, right? Kind of. Because I was going to say, like, so if you guys thought you came up with it, I'm sorry for this. But so when I was thinking of this speed draft, I was like, what we should do is it would be like the perfect evening, right? So it would be like the perfect bar evening, was my thought.
Okay.
So you would go, like you were going to say, you're going to tell us what the rounds are, right? So
Right.
round one, we're going to be drafting what?
The first round is favorite beer.
Right. So if you're on your perfect bar evening, you've got your favorite beer, right? So you
Right.
draft that. Second round.
Oh, so you kind of thinking making it,
And
as
that's
a-
when I was thinking, like, when you judge it at the end, you're thinking, like, man, what would be like, I mean, obviously it's all like preferential or whatever, and you can pick whatever you want since you're the judge.
Right.
But I'm just thinking, like, these 4 things put together, like, maybe you have all of these 3 things at the bar and you go home and watch your favorite bar movie or whatever. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
That does
Hey,
make
Scott,
sense.
How many times has Zach judged a draft? Are you going to let this guy boss you around
0
so you have to
times.
do your job?
No. I'm just saying that's what my original thought was. Now, Scott, tell whatever you wanted to tell. I just wanted to make sure that
Well,
I got
think
some airtime.
I wasn't listening.
The more pertinent question with that is how many times that Scotch has judged the draft that Zach has won, because maybe he's trying to get him to do it the way that he.
I think it's happened
He's going to
once.
get a W.
I
So
think he gave him a couple dubs.
I think I've given you maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe out of
Maybe like
100
40.
episodes,
So
we're on
judge it
episode
that way.
98.
You sound super disgruntled right now.
No, that's kind of my thing. This is episode 99.
Yeah, but only
What?
half of those
are
were drafts.
Yeah.
Shut up, Brad.
So anyway, I'm going round by round, and you guys are going to get points, and then I have maybe some bonus points I'll throw in, but I'm not going to tell you what they are to avoid any pandering from the people that know me. It's not fair for Liza over there who just met me today. So
22-year-old.
yeah.
Well, 22.
Can 20-year-olds and 60-year-olds get along?
You son of a bitch.
I have a grandpa. We get along great.
She's like, and he's not 60 yet.
Please don't say how old he is. Please don't say how old he is. Please don't say how old he is.
Now I want to know. How old is your grandpa?
It's like 89.
Oh, okay.
My
My
Thank
mom
God.
is 60.
Okay, all right.
Shit.
So you're still doing pretty good, Scott.
You're fine.
Okay. Anyway, in the event of a tie, there is a tiebreaker that I have here that I'm not going to tell you right now. So,
Beer chugging
yeah,
contest.
because it's by points. It's by round. There could be a tie.
Okay, I like
So
that.
we'll see.
All right.
So it's a little different. Like I said, if none of this works, we won't fucking do it again. So people can just relax and just enjoy the show.
So we didn't go through all of it. So you're going to break down the rounds for us?
We'll break down the
Okay.
rounds as we go.
Oh, as we go. I like that even better.
So you need a draft order.
So
for
I'm
this.
actually gonna what I was wanting to do was literally we go round 1, we make your picks, and at the end I'm just gonna tell you the scores really quick, round by round, and then we'll actually kind of know who's winning as we go.
Ooh, I kind of dig.
Okay.
I dig it.
Just,
I dig
just
it.
again to change things up a little bit for fun.
That way, if I'm in last place, I know I need to go for like the home run on the
Exactly.
last. Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I'm stoked. I've always wanted to be a drafter instead of a judge, and so I'm pretty excited to get
Nice.
to draft a team here for the
Okay.
first time.
We got to get you back on the regular drafts at some point, but this is kind of getting you,
Heck yeah.
in and.
Heck yeah. Hell yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why I said
All right,
Dipping
Bradley.
that toe in the water, bud.
Heck yeah,
In
bud.
the wart.
Heck yeah, buddy. I'm just gonna talk like this for the rest of the show.
You're really down and grumpy.
Bradley, do we have a draft order?
Yeah, we do. And you know what? A little bit earlier, Jake was here. Jake is the taproom manager of Last Call. And I just kind of walked over to Jake and I was like, Jake, you've seen us. You've been here most of the time while we're working. I just want to know, who's giving the most effort out here? Who do you think's doing the best job working?
I like where this is going.
And so Jake, he thought about it for a second and he says, well, obviously.
Liza's got fourth pick.
Obviously, Liza's doing most of the work around here. So Liza, yeah, you're that first pick. So that's
Thank
number
you.
one.
I appreciate that.
Second, he said Zach. I mean, Zach shows up late, but as soon as he got here, he starts jumping up on ladders and dumping grain and stuff. Like,
Best looking hair in the group.
even though he was like 45 minutes late, he still got here. So that's good job by you. You're number two. He said that, the old veteran of the group was myself. Been through this process a few times, so I was doing my work, and then he said Walter is shit. Walter's last.
Walter's like Jason Sudeikis in that beer movie that we watched, just telling other people what to
Bossing us
do.
around,
That's pretty
bossing
true.
us
I just
around.
sit in front of my computer and pretend to send emails while Liza does all the work.
He was yelling at us from his office. He's like, "Hey, yeah, now you need to add the hops, okay?"
Okay, so based on that, so Liza's going to have the first pick this first round. The second round, Zach will have the first pick. Third round, Brad will have the first pick.
Oh, wow.
Got it.
And then Walter will have the first pick on the last.
Okay.
So is this
Okay.
supposed to be like? This is supposed to be what I think my favorite
Yes.
beer is, right? It's not
Yeah.
supposed to be what I
You're not
think
trying to
people
guess
will pick me for.
The old man over here.
Well, I mean, it depends. If you know exactly what Scott would pick as the winner, you'd want to pick that because you want to win.
Whatever your
'Cause I'm a
89-year-old
cheater.
grandfather would have picked
Because I'm a
is
cheater.
definitely what you should pick. All right.
So as we go through, we're going to do it quick. And then after we're done, then we can kind of maybe talk. And because I want to hear why.
The reasoning.
Make some reasoning behind it. I was thinking at first point, I will just score it, whatever, and then talk at the end. But no, let's talk each round because that will help me. Because I'm not going to sit here, you pick a beer that I hate. I'm not going to say, oh, fuck that. I want to hear some reasons behind this. So at the very end. All right, we ready? Okay.
I think so.
We're going to start up. Liza.
Modelo Negro.
Modelo Negro.
Quick.
So the first round is favorite beer. Favorite beer, right? Right, right.
Favorite beer,
Favorite
sorry.
Okay,
Favorite
all right,
beer.
all right.
You're on the
Favorite beer.
clock. Second
And
pick.
she went Modelo Negro.
She did.
Okay,
Holy shit!
on the
I'm
clock.
gonna go. Elysian Space Dust is my favorite beer. I
That's
think.
a good one.
I freaking love it. Tastes so delicious on my lips.
All right.
Ew.
Okay.
I'm going to be a homer here, and I'm going to go ahead and choose Pacific Daybreak.
Oh.
Crisp West Coast IPA.
Who makes that?
Last Call Brewing.
Oh, fucking
Gonna
pander.
make me cry.
I know
Okay.
I know a couple people who are involved in that.
Walter?
It's Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You went OG Chico, son.
Easy peasy.
What's up, Chico?
Okay, so
Shout out Aaron Rodgers.
because I realized that the speed draft is hard to type, and
time?
I just want to make sure I have everything. So we got Modelo Negro as pick one, and we got Elysian Space Junk.
Space Dust.
Space junk.
Good enough for me,
That'd be
though.
better.
Bottom of the barrel already. I can tell.
Pacific Daybreak, which is from Last Call. Pandering mother.
I like what I like, okay?
And good old Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, the OG. Okay.
I almost said that too, but I knew you were gonna say it, so I didn't want to put you in a pickle because I'm a good friend.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I
You
should
should have
have.
just dunked on him.
I could have probably
Put him-
deduced
put him
that you
under
were going
pressure.
that direction, and I could have taken it away from you
I
and made
really
you
love
scramble.
Modelo though. That is my go-to beer before Sierra Nevada. So I'm only half.
The Modelo Negro, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I agree. Of the Modelos, that's my favorite Modelo.
Yeah.
So-
I like dark lagers. Those are so good because they
Okay.
have a lot of good taste, but they're easy to drink. It's not like a whole bunch going on. You
Okay.
can drink like 8 of them, and it doesn't
100%.
really.
Absolutely. Okay, tell me more about this Elysian Space Dust.
It's just a super hoppy IPA from Elysian Brewing that
Okay.
I dig. I got it at Save More in Houston one day, and I tried it, and I was like, this is the shit. The only problem is the 6-pack is like $18.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is expensive, but fuck, it's very good. I like it a lot.
It'll get you hammered too. It's like 8.5%.
Yeah, it's 8.6, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Gets you fucked up.
The other fun fact about that is that you can usually get it on tap at your local neighborhood Applebee's.
Really?
Space Dust?
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
shit.
generally.
Good for
yeah.
you, Applebee's.
Elysian's all over the place.
Get yourself some boneless riblets. and some fucking space
Do
dust.
they have
Wonton
that?
tacos.
Oh yeah,
The boneless riblets. I had an old roommate that used to work at Applebee's, and the best order he ever had, they had a veggie patch pizza, and somebody came in and ordered the veggie patch pizza, but they said,
want riblets on that?
they
bed?
said, I want no vegetables, please add ham. Those 86 veg, add ham.
Nice. I like that. That sounds delicious.
So, Brad, tell me a little bit more about why you like Pacific Daybreak. Of all the Last Call beers, that's the one you picked. Why?
So it very crisp, nice West Coast, and it hit me at the right time. I was just in the mood for crisp West Coast IPAs, and Walter and Liza made a delicious version of that. And you know what? The silly thing is, usually I look at the hops and stuff. I didn't even look at the hops. I'm just like, this is good, and I enjoy it when it touches my lips.
I love the blind trust and following of our brewery. That's what everyone should do.
Yeah, I've told you a couple times when there's beers that I'm like,
Yeah, you've told me.
So, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
It's a classic, man. It's I went to college in Chico. It was everywhere. It was $3 a pint anywhere you went when I was of legal drinking age, finally. And it's the beer that really started the kind of craft revolution.
It did.
In California and in the United States, and you can get it everywhere, and it tastes just as good as it does at the brewery, I think, which is just an ode to their quality control and their process and the quality that comes out of Chico there. So it's kind of the father of craft beer, I think, and that's why I picked it.
Pop quiz that I know you're going to know the answer to that floored me, because I was drinking Bud Light, Coors Light forever, right? And then at college, it started getting into like other types of beer. We started drinking Sierra Nevada, and we were like, oh, this stuff's great. We're drinking a bunch of it. We're like, oh, this stuff gets me so fucked up, like compared to Coors Light. What's the percentage on a regular Sierra Nevada Pale Ale?
I think it's somewhere in the low 5%.
Yeah,
range.
It's like
5.2,
low.
5.3.
It's
5.2 or
not.
5%.
I mean, I remember thinking like, oh, Sierra Nevada, that shit'll get you fucked up. Like thinking that it's like 5.2% or something like that. It's freaking wild, dude.
Coors Light's like 4.5. Isn't
I
it?
had
So, yeah, it's
no
not-
idea it was that low. I would have told you like a couple years ago. I would have told you it was like, oh, it's like 6.5%, 7%, but it's not. It's very low, but it somehow still makes you feel like you're getting. It fucked me up, anyways, dude. After coming off of Coors Light for years, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's good
Okay.
shit though.
So, you guys are all wrong. Look, the best beer is Black Butte Porter from Deschutes in Oregon.
Damn it.
I would say that.
Son of a bitch.
Old men.
These old men on this podcast. I'm never gonna win this draft.
Joe Cubano is actually the closest thing I've had to that, and that's my go-to whenever I walk in. And I just, it's a great beer.
Thank you.
And from
so
Last
he
Call,
likes dark beer.
I love
Scott's
dark
been
beers.
very
I'm the only
vocal
one who
about his
picked
porter.
Dark beer.
No. So Sierra Nevada, it's a classic, but again, I had kind of a bad experience. It involved just a bad time with a hangover and I was hungover in a car, and that's just not a good place to be.
So enough that you're like now, like if you think about trying it, it just kind of reminds you too much of that.
a little bit, I got that, but here's the thing. When I was thinking about this first round, it's like, well, shit, I like obviously a much different beer than you guys like. So how am I going to rate that? So I'm just thinking people in general and think of popularity and the best beer. And so that's kind of what, when I made my final choices, I went with Modelo number 1, Sierra number 2, Pacific Daybreak number 3. And these are Space Dust number 1.
Who could have seen this coming?
Oh, Zach.
Who could have possibly seen this coming?
Now, Zach,
I'm glad you're back judging.
I know. So anyway, my decision's final, so fuck off. Okay, moving on to round 2, and the first pick will be Zach.
Ooh,
And
that's perfect because I know exactly. So
good.
round 2 is
round
favorite
2
bar food.
is favorite bar food.
So
okay, and
so we're out at the bar. We've got our favorite beer, and we're gonna pick our favorite bar food.
Correct.
And I by far, I am going
there is a one of one on this one.
regular buffalo chicken wings. Buffalo flavored chicken wings, bone in chicken wings. I
Walter's
prefer.
shaking his head.
I know Walter's hating. It's all right. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's 2.
No. I'm not done. Chicken wings.
It's speed draft.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going Pretzels with beer cheese.
That's
What?
The hot pretzels, warm pretzels with beer cheese.
With salt or without salt?
With salt.
Okay,
Okay.
at least you did that right.
Okay, beer cheese. Okay, Walter.
Well,
All right. Well, since chicken wings are off the table, which is the best bar food ever, I'm gonna have to say mozzarella sticks.
Ooh.
Mozzarella sticks with a nice marinara dip.
Ooh.
I hate how you said both of those words.
I know. That was very aggressively
With a
Marinari.
Mozzarella.
with marinara.
Mozzarella.
Okay, and Liza, you get the last pick.
I'm really surprised no one said this, but garlic fries. That's my
Ooh.
number one.
Ooh.
Whether I'm drunk or hungover, that is my number one.
What was it? Sorry, what was it?
Garlic fries.
Garlic fries. Garlic.
Nothing better than seeing that cute girl across the bar. You get up and go talk to her, and she's got that garlic fry breath. And you're just like, oh, girl.
That's how you know you found the right one.
Yeah, she's going to town on garlic fries and she don't give a fuck. Come on.
Extra garlic, extra butter, extra onions.
No one said nachos.
Yeah.
Calamari. I thought
Calamari is. Oh, that's definitely.
I don't think of that as a bar food.
That's number
though.
2 for me.
That's a number one appetizer.
Yeah, I
that's
think
a
so.
good
Yeah.
appetizer, but I don't see a bunch of bars that have
And,
calamari.
and that's exactly why. Because my first thought was calamari, but then I was like, it's not a. It's a.
Yeah.
It's a pub food kind of, but it's more of an appetizer at any restaurant.
That's
So,
good though.
true.
so that's why I kind of talked myself out of it. My number one on Scotchler's
That
list.
nobody
over here,
said?
Scotchler's list.
No. But here's the thing. I'm wrestling with it. Mozzarella sticks. Absolutely. Not marinara sauce.
Ranch? Are you a ranch? Oh,
Ranch.
that's terrible.
Gotta be ranch.
And mozzarella with
Yeah, I don't think he didn't choose mozzarella sticks. He chose mozzarella.
Yeah, he said
sounds
Mozzarella
like Christopher Walken.
marinara
Mozzarella
If
with
I'm being-
marinara sauce.
If I'm being completely honest, I dip my mozzarella sticks in blue cheese dressing. But I know like the standard is the marinara to come with them, so that's
Well, so
You
you
know,
were
fair
trying
enough.
hard, is what you're
I
telling us.
go a dip in the ranch, a dip in the marinara.
I knew you were a double
Okay.
dipper.
Saying it like
Marinara.
dipper.
Marinari.
all right. So
marinara.
mozzarella's number one.
So yeah, mozzarella to me is number one,
Fried cheese.
and I'm giving you a bonus point, but I'm actually not gonna give it first place.
What?
Because chicken
How does
wings
that
is
make
the
any sense?
Because chicken wings is the obvious first choice.
Chicken wings is last.
Buffalo wings is number one.
Thank you.
It's number
It's number one.
It is
but,
number one.
But mozzarella, because you're on Scotch's list, gets a bonus point and gets the same points.
Let me ask
I'll take
everybody, if you're getting chicken wings, are you getting blue cheese or ranch?
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese.
I get blue cheese, but I never use it.
Ranch.
I never use it
never
either.
dip it
I don't
in.
get I don't dip shit.
Okay. And then
If it's a spicy buffalo, I'll give it a good dip in the blue cheese because it kind of smooths it out a little bit.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And flats or drums. It's all for me. I'm all flats.
I love both
I do love
personally.
I don't care. Yeah, but
Boneless. I don't.
I've had more.
Those aren't wings.
Boneless or not wings. That's
Yeah.
a chicken
Chicken
nugget.
That's a nugget.
You just showed
I
your
hate
age,
it here.
Liza.
I'll quit.
I
yeah.
hate it here.
Drumsticks.
All these 22-year-olds just hate bones in their chicken.
So here's
it's
the
ridiculous.
thing: the drums, they're like if they're cooked right and they're cooked through, they're great, they're amazing. But I've had undercooked,
Ooh.
They're
not
not
raw,
crispy,
not raw,
but they're not crispy.
Yeah, they're not crispy and they don't feel like a wing. So that's why I like the flats better.
So I personally will order the chicken wings. This is what I was going to say earlier. I like to order chicken wings with the sauce on the side extra crispy so that I get the extra crispy wing. Because sometimes they'll let it sit for too long and then they bring it out to you and you got a soggy wing.
You
So I
sound
like
high
to-
maintenance.
Oh.
You just wait.
I'll take the bonus.
No joke.
I'll take
Okay.
the bonus point then.
So the final scoring, so I'm going with third place, pretzels and beer cheese, and the breath. Garlic fries, can't handle it. I'm sorry.
Really?
The taste is great, but it's like smoking a cigar. The next day, you're just so mad that you smoked a cigar.
I'm glad somebody
Yeah.
picked fries, though, because fries are an important bar food, no matter
100%.
what.
Yeah,
that's true.
In the bar food.
Maybe
category.
chili cheese fries more so than
Yeah.
garlic fries.
So
Ooh.
so that's my final. So I go buffalo wings, mozzarella sticks, with a bonus point for picking on my list, and then pretzels, beer cheese, and garlic fries.
So you went 1, 2, 3, 4 in the order that they were picked. I mean, they were all, that was picked 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you picked second on that one, Brad.
Did I?
You
Oh
did.
yeah, you did.
You did.
Shit. Never mind. I suck.
You just
Yeah.
fell down.
Yep.
Fell down.
So
the notch.
after 2 rounds, we have Walter with 7 points. We have Zach and Liza tied at 5, and Brad pulling up the rear at 4.
Brad's always pulling up the rear.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm Tawny Ray,
And I'm Felicia Connor.
and we are Two Chicks in a Horror Flick, a weekly horror movie review podcast.
We are two horror-addicted best buds sharing our unedited, comical, no bullshit opinions on the horror flicks we love and hate.
And you can always expect some interesting movie trivia. We cuss a bunch, spoil the shit out of some movies, and drink a little whiskey.
You can find us on every social media platform and listen to us on your favorite podcatcher by searching Two Chicks and a Horror Flick.
And remember, no nightmares.
Okay, so now this one is going to be very interesting.
Tough.
Round 3, favorite bar song.
Oof.
And this, I mean,
Are you talking like sing along? Or are you talking like
However you want to take it.
ambiance?
However you want to take it.
those are things I'm thinking about. Like, I'm thinking about when this is playing at a bar, what's going on?
What
You
One
know?
Direction
Okay.
song do you like the best?
No, it's Taylor Swift, not One Direction.
Okay,
I
so
feel really offended now.
You can't be that, but that's true. You can't be offended.
so this
I
round,
like Taylor Swift, but not One Direction.
Yeah, she's like, I wasn't even born when One Direction came out. Come on.
Brad has first pick, and then it goes Walter, Liza, then Zach. Bring it
Oh,
up to
damn. I get last pick on
Now
song.
I'm rooting for Zach's downfall. I really hope he
Welcome to
I'm
the
on
draft.
Team Scott.
Okay, Bradley, you're on the clock.
Yeah, I think this is not my favorite song, but it might be the number one pick. I'm going to say Sweet Home Alabama, Leonard Skinner.
Okay.
That's
I
a
think
good-
that's a fair
That's
pick.
a good safe pick.
Okay.
I had to go safe because
Uh-huh.
all my favorites are way out of left field.
Okay, Walter.
All right. So my pick is the drinking with the director. No, I'm kidding. It's the it's
Yeah, it is a good one.
Friends in Low Places.
Oh, that's a good one.
fucking
That's a
call.
really
Yeah.
good one, dude. I didn't even have that on my list. I like that
That's
a lot.
great pick.
I like that one better
Brad's
than my
kicking
pick.
himself. Okay, Liza.
With the extra verse from the live version where he says "kiss my ass" and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
That'll get a bar all riled
okay,
up.
I'm starting it over because Zach was talking. You're on the clock.
Okay. It's Four Non-Blondes, What's Going On.
Oh,
I believe the song's called "What's,
What's Up?
But,
Oh, what's up? You're right.
Parentheses.
But
what's
it
going
always
on.
Yeah.
says
I was
what's
just,
going on.
I couldn't remember what
you
it's called.
you're getting full credit. It's okay. Just
Okay, I won't panic.
I'm just
then.
being a dick and correcting you.
And that leaves me with the true number one, which is Neil Diamond, "Sweet Caroline." Wow, the number one bar song
Sort
of
of
all time.
despise that song.
That's just a
no, no,
number
no.
one
It's not
white
the
people
greatest
in
song.
any place
Yes.
song.
Yeah, that's truth.
What do they say? What do they call 4 white guys in a room? A podcast.
I was thinking like Bohemian Rhapsody, but
No Journey.
I love
Yeah.
when that
Journey,
comes
huh?
on, but I don't
Journey.
think everybody does.
Don't
'cause
Stop
it's long.
Believing, maybe.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
50% of the people are really excited about when Bohemian Rhapsody comes on, and then 50% of the people are really angry that there's a 10-minute song that they're
Yeah.
going to have to
Right.
listen to that they don't know the words
Right.
to.
Oh, I'm the asshole that would go in if they have it like the jukebox where you can like download songs.
Just jump ahead on your. On your
I pick
queue.
long ass songs that are
Better by Mr.
Niche.
Bungle.
specifically for me to love,
Niche song.
and the bar just gets angry. And if they don't have control of it, where they can't switch it, well, it's my night.
We're going with the Mike Patton theme tonight, guys. Here we go.
So
We're
there's
going from Faith No More to Mr. Bungle.
there's
2 hours of Nickelback.
a local bar here, the Riders, and they have a jukebox, and it's one of the ones that you have the app on your phone, and you can pay for songs, and you can pay to
Bump
jump your
people.
song to the front of the line. And when I was going out a lot and single and young, I would always pay to bump like 7 or 8 songs I didn't like on my way out, so that no one could play anything else until those 7 or 8 songs were done.
Hey, I'm with you on that. That's a good move.
People do that at home because you can have the app, so people will just play really bad songs at the Battered Beaver for like 2 hours from home. Because then
awesome.
everyone's like, "Who is recommending these shit songs?"
Oh, that's amazing.
Low key, one of the best bar names of all time.
Battered Beaver. Oh, yeah.
It's fucking legit.
It's a classic.
God, this is a tough one. You guys picked some real. This is going to be hard for me to rank. I threw down "Your Love" by the Outfield. Great sing along.
That is a Scotchy Claus song too.
And it's one that I sing with Brad's Brothers Band and actually at my solo show, ScotchBeck.com.
That's true.
So
Is that a heavy alert? It's a wrong,
Three-
wrong podcast.
Heavy alert.
Josh and Ed, we got to get you on here soon. Sometime soon.
So 3 out of the 4 are songs that I've played 100, 200, a couple of them maybe 300 times. in my
Flying Blind
life.
always plays Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
No, Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home
played
Alabama
a shit ton.
is the song I've played the most.
Ever.
It's always a home run. Every time we play it, if we need people on the dance floor, it works every time, and it pisses me off every time. But the thing is, as many times as I've played it, it's fun every time.
Yeah.
Because people get into it.
Yeah, that's
Every
the best part.
48 and over person in the room is getting
Right,
up and dancing.
right.
Yeah.
It's like my least favorite Leonard Skinner song, but it does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. Friends in Low Places, again, it works. People sing along. They're raising their beers. Matt does a thing where we do the middle part, the breakdown with the Kiss My Ass thing, and he's always got to chug a beer. He always, before we start the song, he's like, "Hey, give me a beer," and he chugs a beer in the middle of the song and whatever. So that one's great. Sweet Caroline, you got the sing along parts. You got the kind of some dirty sing along in the background.
Oh yeah.
So that one's huge as well. What's Up is a great sing along. I actually played that last time I played at Last Call.
Really?
And because I was done and they wanted one more song, I was like, screw it, let's play this. And it was super fun. I almost hit the notes. Gosh dang it. So, God, I hate doing it. Sweet Home's got to be 1. Sweet Caroline 2. Garth is 3.
No, you're kidding. You can't put me in fourth twice.
Oh, it's because you're a woman.
It's because I'm a woman.
That's what it is.
You can feel my estrogen just projecting across
Yeah.
the
A
table.
woman picked a female artist. Come on.
I'm
It's a
so
little
The
no
only
chance.
woman song didn't get.
You've got a lot of age and experience that have been to a lot more bars, and we've seen these other
true.
songs a lot more.
I will say that was a
times.
legit
Yeah.
pick though. That we went up to Sonora and we were at the spot called the Armory, and they must have had it on like female '90s artists because it was just a murderer's row of like
There's
the
a lot
best.
of Jewel.
Actually, Jewel is the
Dixie
only,
Chicks.
one that didn't come up. But you had your Sheryl Crow, you had the
Tracy Chapman,
the girl I'm thinking of who does What's Up. What's her name?
the Four Non Blondes.
Is it Four Non Blondes?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the lead singer's name? I thought.
Never knew her.
Oh no, yeah.
That was
she's
like
not
their
blonde,
one
is all I
off.
know.
That's
Yeah.
like the only thing they ever
Shit,
did.
I know her name, but
they
I
did
can't
other stuff,
remember
but
it.
it was bad.
Oh, you got
a
fast car.
Yeah, a little Tracy Chapman. Dude, I have terrible memories of that song because I was working at a grocery store and they had it on like the soft rock whatever, and that song played all the time.
Every
And I'd hear it
30
like
minutes.
I'd hear it like 17 times a day, and I was just
Soft
like,
rock.
dude, my shift's never gonna be over.
I like Friends in Low Places because it starts a little slow, it
Yeah.
builds,
Yeah.
people get into it, you start swaying,
Absolutely.
and then it just gets to everyone's just screaming it at the top.
And
of
the
their
the
lungs.
chorus is perfect for a sing along.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a great put your arm
Much with-
around somebody and sway back and forth. So
Much with
I
Sweet
was gonna
Caroline.
say everybody dances the same way to that song. It's just
back and forth.
Yeah. And Liza, I'm sorry, but yeah, I think the one thing about What's Up is like not everybody can really sing that. You know, it's
No,
like
I know.
it's up
Just
there.
vocally talented
You're
people
sorry.
like me and you know.
Right. You know? And next time,
Stop trying
me
to
and you were
buy
hanging
some
out,
brownie points.
we're
going to
sing that song together.
No, I'm
Yeah.
so down.
Let's do it.
So down.
if he was playing at Last Call and you were there, would you sing it?
Duh.
Linda
Duh.
Perry.
Linda-
I'm just
21st.
waiting for the mic to fall in my lap. Am I
Okay.
really good actually in real life? No. But
on the 21st of
Let's make it
January
happen.
at the BVK Part 2 release.
Right.
That's true.
Did I even bring that up? I think I left that out. We are releasing this beer that we are making.
I thought we said it.
We might have said it on the other podcast, but whatever. Let's say it again.
January 21st, Last Call Brewing. Probably 6-ish, something like that. And we'll be eating great food from the Saucing It Up food truck, and we will be listening to some Scotch Beck tunes.
I will sing "What's Up" just for Liza.
There you go.
So the lead singer for Four Non Blondes, Linda Perry.
Linda
by the
Perry,
way.
that's what I was
Do you know who Linda Perry was married to?
Steve Perry.
Perry.
Joe
Nope.
Perry.
Nope.
Katy Perry?
Sarah
Katy Perry.
Gilbert, who is Darlene from Roseanne.
Oh, yeah. That- we were way off.
But you guys were
Wrong
close.
field. Wrong sport.
Wrong team.
Did I hear a Gaylord Perry in there?
I did. Rest in peace. He just passed. He passed like a month ago.
Gaylord Perry was closer than your other guesses for a different reason.
There was to get back to why my pick should have been number one. Sorry. There was a dive bar in Chico that we like to go to called the Oasis, and that's another reason that I
boy.
think that's one of my favorite.
Man, I
bar
should have
songs.
listened to that story before I made the scores. Too bad. Okay, third. Okay, so we are
They,
going
they
into
played a lot of Wonderwall.
the fourth round, and before I say the category, it's already exciting. I know I'm excited. Right now, Walter is in first place with 9 points. Brad and Zach are tied at 8 points.
How's
Sadly,
Brad
came
tied
from
with me?
behind.
I got a dub just now. It was
I know.
awesome.
And Liza, you're not too far. 6 points.
But I'm in the back.
You can do this.
Back of the
You
pack.
can do this. You with us?
Sorry. I was just saying what up to
There's
Ben
just
Savage.
fans coming up to the brewery right now, and it's really
you guys, this is the
stressing me
BVK
out.
podcast? Is that what this is?
I didn't hire security for this, and I regret it now.
I
Okay.
know. He's probably got a gun right now. He just
I was
got a
just
gun.
about to say, not to talk shit, but your boy wore his camo shit to the gun store, dude. That is fucking all in Oakdale shit right there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Don't tell him I said they looks big. And he has a gun.
Okay, round 4. We've got final round. Favorite movie drinking scene.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Very tough.
Okay, and it could be very arbitrary. And what if I haven't seen the movie? I don't know.
Yeah.
Should I do a YouTube assist while we're sitting here? I don't think that'd be kind of bad pod, but who knows?
Bad pod.
Yeah. All right. I think we just go with it and
Yep. See what happens.
you can definitely have us try to justify.
Absolutely. That's the one thing that I will do is definitely tell me why and just describe the scene if I haven't seen it. Okay, so Walter has the first pick, Liza has the second pick, Zach is third.
Can we say,
Brad is fourth.
does it have to be in a bar?
It's a drinking scene.
Okay.
Drinking scene.
So drinking is the key, not bar.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So Nick Nolte and Warrior counts.
Oh, God, that's a great scene.
Yeah.
Doing a little stumbly bumbly in the hotel.
Oh, my
So
God.
and it's favorite. It's not memorable. So Zach should be happy.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. So
like
it's
that.
favorite to you.
All
Walter, you're on the clock.
Such a hard one. All right. I'm going to have to go with I Love You Man when Paul Rudd and Jason
Oh my
Segel are in the
God.
bar
Fish
eating
tacos.
tacos.
The best fish tacos ever.
The best fish tacos ever. You know, it took Andre the Giant 38 beers to get drunk. So that's my pick. That scene where they're sitting in the restaurant.
What's up,
Hey.
Jobin?
Liza.
I'm going to say super bad when Jonah Hill is filling up a detergent bottle with beer, and then he takes it to the party later, and his
So
tongue
good.
is blue from the detergent.
He's like pouring it in girls' mouths.
Okay, Zach.
I'm going Goodwill Hunting, the college bar scene with
These apples.
Yep, with them apples.
What's the drinking there?
They're drinking the entire time.
They're just drunk the whole time.
They're at a bar.
The drinking scene.
I knew somebody was
Yeah.
going to say that. Fuck you.
You like apples?
Shit, and I really didn't think about this one enough, and so I'm going out on a limb and just gonna choose one that's my favorite. That's gonna get me last. I enjoy Bob and Doug McKenzie sitting in a van
Oh my God.
drinking with Rosie LaRose. They're drinking beers underwater in a van, and they're passing them back and forth to each other. And all the empties are stuck up on the ceiling, and they're just kind of and then he rolls down the window.
I was just
with
about to
a
say, and then
scuba
at
diver.
one point he rolls the fucking window down.
It's so
Jesus Christ.
That was a pandering of a pick as I've ever heard.
Liza, just so you know, that movie came out when you're before your parents were born. It's
if you work at a brewery, you have to watch Strange Brew at
Oh
some
my
point.
God.
Okay.
And you'll probably hate it, but
You'll hate it.
It's not that great of a movie. There's
so
such a
great.
there's such a hard category because there's so many great ones. There's so
Can I
many.
say what I
lost
was
my
going
mind.
to say, but I didn't pick it? Well, so my favorite is the one I said, but the one that I really like, but I know is not like my favorite, is probably Jack Nicholson in The
Shining?
Shining. Because that's probably one of my favorite drinking scenes, just because it was so intense and scary.
Right.
But it's not as funny as Jonah Hill drinking out of a detergent bottle. So
Yeah.
that's why I went with
Yeah,
that one.
didn't have to be funny, but I think you made a better pick. I like that
Yeah.
super bad better than that.
Because the hangover on the roof is also a pretty great drinking
The
scene.
Jaeger
When
shots.
in
That's a
the
good one.
speech and the Jaeger
That's a
shots.
good one.
And and he cuts his fucking hand open. And now you're all in my wolf pack.
So the one that I picked is kind of a random one is in Super Troopers when Farva gets hammered at the governor's speech or whatever. Open bar, dude. He ends up puking, and there's a whole montage of him getting hammered, and so that was my personal pick.
I didn't put enough thought into this last category. I feel like
There's a lot out there.
I
that
thought
you
there would
missed.
be one that immediately pops in my head, so I'm like, fuck, I don't need to think about it. And then as soon as we got the timer on, it's like, fuck, and I panicked. But that's all right.
You chose poorly because I love Strange Brew. that's the scene you picked from Strange
It's
Brew.
that scene to me just is so damn funny.
Yeah.
When he starts rolling down the window, that's great.
Jason Segel at the bar and Forgetting Sarah Marshall 2 is also great. And he pulls out the
Yeah.
banana out of his drink and he goes, not us, right, buddy?
That's a good one.
Oh my gosh, another great round. And
She comes to Jason Segel and she's like, they're saying that there's a woman crying from your
Oh, it
room.
must be the room above me. You're on the top floor. You're on the top floor, sir.
okay, before I say my final scores, I have tallied them up. There is a winner, and 2 people have tied, but not for winner, but for loser.
Oh,
I'm guessing I'm tying with someone for the
So, what I'm going to have you guys do is right now, Brad
Yeah.
and Liza,
knew it.
answer this question.
oh,
Oh, I'm stressed.
Closest person to it will get the point.
how many Sierra Nevadas did you drink that night when
No.
you threw up in the car? Oh, okay.
4.
The limit does not exist.
How many liters of beer were poured at the 2022 Oktoberfest in Munich?
Oh,
How many?
And I will tell you
liters
this,
of beer?
it's over 1 million.
Oh,
Liters of beer poured. It was an 18-day festival.
I like how you picked a foreign measurement too. I'm
I
not even sure how
never
big a
measure
liter is.
anything in liters.
A liter
so
of
this
cola.
is so weird to try and think about that.
I'll just go ahead and jump out first, unless you want to make a guess.
Hey, you jump.
Okay, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna say it was a nice 2.3 million liters.
Okay.
Okay.
You going to go higher or lower than that?
I'm going to say 2.2 million.
I like that. I'm going to say $1, Bob.
$1. Bob. It's either higher or lower.
1 million liters.
I'm gonna say 6.8
6.8?
million
Ah,
Okay.
liters.
Oh Jesus!
6.8.
You said
Yeah,
over
let's-
a million, so I thought that just meant like
Not that I have to
somewhere
guess,
over
but
I
a
just,
million.
I just didn't want somebody to say like 200,000 or whatever. So I figured I'd help you.
I was definitely
bummed.
going to say that too.
Zach, you want to throw in a guess just for fun?
Yeah, I'll win. Let's go
I'll win.
3.6 million
3.6.
liters.
Okay. The correct answer is 5.6 million.
Well,
So-
and I lost.
And Zach, I think
I
Zach
was
did
the
win.
closest.
That's okay.
I was less than a million away.
Wait,
just-
five-
I-
Just
Oh,
5
no.
point-
Yeah, Walter
I was
did
a
win.
million and a
Walter
half,
was
and you were
closer.
2 million away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walter wins.
What?
Keep your arms down.
You said 3 something.
I said
6
3.
6.8.
Which is 2.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah.
My bad.
doesn't
Great job.
listen.
Wait, unless
Good
we're
job.
saying
I
without
won
going
this
over.
competition
Yeah,
that
you-
doesn't
sounds
matter
like
for
sounds
us.
like you went over, which
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so Brad wins the tiebreaker, which
I
means-
won. All right, let's hit stop.
because so the last round, just so you guys know, I went Goodwill Hunting number 1
Weak.
because of that just classic line, and this the whole
Him just
exchange
clowning that
is
guy
just
from
amazing.
Harvard
It's
is
classic.
fucking amazing.
Yeah, that whole scene is so great.
That whole talk where nobody's drinking at all.
right.
Yep.
They were,
yeah, that's what I'm
they were
trying to
drinking.
say.
They're drinking the whole time.
They were drinking.
Asshole.
I went super.
Not that part.
I went super bad.
I don't think Chucky has a beer in his hand at that
super
point.
bad was second.
All right,
Oh,
we got
sweet.
My second pick was super bad. That detergent scene is so great. You got the blue tongue, and just the fact that like there's a scene where like somebody's talking to him and he's just like telling the whole story. You see him like in the background with the detergent, and I love that whole scene.
And he later he headbutts her, gives her a black eye.
Yeah.
And like there's so much good shit.
Yeah, great. I love you, man. That was my third pick. I really don't remember it as well as other scenes. And Strange Brew, I mean, there's so many other great scenes in that movie, and Brad admitted that he didn't prepare, so fuck you, you get last.
I will say, I love the "I love you, man" scene that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think the best drinking scene is in that movie is when they're playing poker at John Favreau's house,
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
pounding the beer, and he just projectile vomits
So
all over
I
his
was
face.
trying to. I was going that I knew that was going to be the movie I picked a scene from, and I was trying to debate the right scene. But my thought was that's kind of when he and Jason Segel
Yes.
like kind of bond, like become real friends.
Right.
And the whole like, see you later, Pistol. And he's like, all right, Jobin.
Yeah.
I don't know. You called me Pistol. I just called you Jobin. Like I don't know. And then he starts doing that little like dance on his phone when he's calling an Uber. And he just starts rocking back and forth. That whole scene is just hilarious.
I love you, man. Low key, just an amazing movie, and we did that on the Basement Tapes.
No,
I
we did it on
believe.
regular.
No, he did not.
No, we didn't.
Am I,
don't think
just
that was a real
confused
pod.
about everything?
Yeah.
Does my
Yes, you
brain
are.
not function?
Well, you've been drinking since 8 a.m. So
Yeah.
Shit.
I Love You, Man, unfortunately, is one that I've only seen one time.
Oh, you gotta
And
revisit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to
Good.
revisit. I enjoyed it. I just haven't had a chance to watch them multiple times. So it's not ingrained in my head. Like I can't name hardly any scenes other than slapping the bass.
It's such a
Slap it in.
wholesome
Yeah.
Paul Rudd movie.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good. When the guy farts in the thing and he goes, watch, he's about to fart. And then he goes, this is a nice house. And he goes, yeah, smells like farts. Smells like farts. This is the fucking best scene ever.
He tells the girl, yeah, roll down the windows in that car, honey.
Okay, so in true BVK fashion, I'm going to go from last to first, which we already kind of know who the last two were, but I will say sorry, Liza. Thanks for joining us. It's so lovely to have
It's
you.
because I'm a woman.
It's because you're a woman, and you're the first woman to participate in a draft, right?
Is this true?
First woman drafter.
Drafter.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We've had draft judges, but first
Wow.
woman drafter.
Wait,
Are
One
we
step
sure?
for womankind.
Yeah, you're like Jackie Robinson.
And next we get to vote.
That was a man. It was like a million-
Harvey Milk.
Next we get to vote. So thanks for representing women and getting last.
I know. I'm sure I did them all really proud. Getting last place.
We would love to have you back anytime, Liza. You are absolutely a pleasure, and thanks for joining us today.
Except
and
when
thanks
he
for
judges.
thanks for helping us make BVK IPA part.
Oh yeah, a little
Do.
behind the scenes peek
Yeah.
there.
We
She did all the
seriously
work.
do. We do appreciate you. You're a much better beer brewer than you are a drafter. I'll say that.
Yeah.
That's not saying much.
I do. By the way, I do have in my notes after the final round, scores will be tallied and shit can be talked. I literally have it in my notes. So in third place, Brad, who should know better and just did not represent very well today.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
I don't
shame.
know. I wasn't too focused on this.
Yeah. Thanks for preparing.
It did, I don't think it really counted for anything. You know, if it's not like a
It's not part of the BeVMetrics.
You're
It's
right
not a
down
regular
there with a
season.
woman. You should feel ashamed of yourself.
We didn't tell you.
with a terrific, wonderful woman. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't
Now
tell
I feel
you.
like an asshole.
We didn't tell you that this draft is actually worth 2 regular drafts because it's speed.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's twice as bad.
His
twice
head
as
is just
good.
huge because he finally won a draft.
No, my head is
Thank
just
you.
huge because it's just huge.
Yeah,
you.
we both have big heads actually.
Second place, Walter. He had some great picks.
It's a good effort.
Yeah,
Man.
a great effort. Unfortunately, yeah, you lost a little points on that Sierra Nevada because of my bad experience. but you got a point back because you picked the mozzarella sticks. If you would have picked mozzarella with ranch, that might have been it.
Ooh.
But you said
Would I have got
changed
2
it
bonus
all.
points?
How did the
Might
sauce
have.
switch that? That's wild.
Well, he
What-
mispronounced it
Sauce
first of
makes
all.
a big
Yeah.
difference.
so basically, he got 3 points, but I gave him 1 bonus point.
Okay.
But he would have got first, so he actually would have had 5.
Oh,
Scott had to
get
actually
outta
ask
here.
what marinara sauce
All
was.
right, I guess. I wonder if is that beer in the tank yet?
No. Just open up the valve right into the drain.
And look at who's number 1. The guy apparently I never pick to win ever.
God,
And
you know, I got some people I'd like to thank. I'd like to thank Scott Beck. You know, first of all,
Thanks, buddy.
I love you, man. Thank you. It's a beautiful beard you have there.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
Brad,
yeah, get over it.
I want to thank Brad's mustache. It's really nice. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Walter, your beard, beautiful. Thank you for being here. Liza, no facial hair, but that's probably a good thing. I like it.
I'm an Italian woman. I have a little bit. Give me credit. I'm doing what I can. I have more hair than you.
Dude, that is not saying much. I am a hairless breed over here. Thank you guys
Yeah.
so much for crowning me the victor. I really appreciate that.
In a draft that means nothing.
yeah,
Great.
Yeah.
that means
Nice work, buddy.
everything.
Well,
Out of the drafts we've done today, this draft meant the most.
that's
How
true.
many
True.
victory laps do you want to take?
I'll do a lot.
Trust me, he doesn't get.
I
this
think there's like
platform
4
very
hours
often.
of recording
Yeah.
left.
Brad will turn my mic off when I'm done.
So hopefully soon, maybe the next time we actually have a draft, we'll actually do some wrap up of last year's drafts, maybe Bradley, and have some BeVMetrics.
I'll see how
At
I
some
did,
point.
and then I might just lose the data. We'll see.
Figured how that is. All I know is somebody's got a really good winning percentage, but I'm not going to say who that is. So
I think it's gone down.
it's gone down, but I mean, from like 70 to 60.
Oh, I can't now.
Probably not that high.
See, now you're gonna get me like to
Now
look
you're
into
gonna
the
fudge some
numbers. Definitely gonna fudge a couple of them.
So, Brad, this is episode
9.
So this is episode 9, D9,
99.
and we are moving on to episode 100, which is
Which will-
historic because it is the 100th episode, I guess. Why is
Yeah,
it
because
special?
it's now 3 digits instead
Right.
of
Oh,
2.
shit.
We're going to 3 digits. Yeah. So the
Yeah.
next movie pod that we do next week will be the 100th episode, and the movie will be Something About Mary.
Oh my God.
I believe it's There's Something About Mary.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't want anybody to watch Something About Mary and it's something totally different. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Some weird porno. There's something about Mary down there.
So, dude, I love There's Something About Mary. I think all of us
Yeah.
love that movie. I think it's a great pick for the 100th. How long's it been since you've seen it, Brad?
That's the big thing
Yeah.
is I have not seen it in a long time. I'm really wondering how well it holds up.
I'm wondering the same thing because I legit haven't seen it in 20 years, probably.
Really?
I mean, when did it come out? 2001 or before that?
It's going to give me a
It
chance
came
to
out
talk
when
about.
I was born.
Oh, geez. It's going to give me a chance.
Are you still here?
It's going to be a chance to talk about Steve Young, which is always great.
1998.
98.
Before I was born.
Brett Favre,
Brett
bro.
Favre was the man.
I know, but
I was a freshman in high
Steve Young
school.
reference.
Yeah.
With regards to that.
There's a couple 49 references, but let's not step over the whole thing too much. But it's going to be great. I absolutely love the movie. I've seen it recently. I personally think it holds up, and I think you guys are going to love it.
I think
So-
Nate's going to be on the pod too. We might drag him out of
The 100th
Yeah.
episode will be Nate's official return.
yeah.
Yep.
So excited about that.
Do you guys know what the draft is going to be, or is that under wraps still? You guys not going to say that
We
publicly?
barely could agree on what the movie
It's
is
going to
right
be
now at this
best
point.
male genital mutilation. It's going to be
And most memorable, not
most
not
memorable
best.
injured wiener or Franks and Beans or whatever, however you want to say
So
it.
we got this. We got Hostel Part 2.
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah, there's
dude.
a lot.
There's a lot.
Wow.
Just so you know, at Last Call, I
You
am
hurt your
referring-
balls.
Strange transition.
Yeah.
when I step into the Last Call tap room, depending on who's working there, there are a few folks who refer to me as Franks and Beans.
Really?
Yeah. They do say it. Cat particularly, but yeah.
Why Franks and
Is that? Do we want to know why?
Well,
It's a reference
well,
to
the
the
last
genitals.
name.
I think Nate.
Franca.
Franca.
They were talking about that,
okay.
and then Nate said something about that because he was there getting a keg of karate, and somehow that came up. And
Franks
yeah,
and
so
Beans.
now when I came in the next time, she's like,
Kinda
Franks and
it,
Beans.
It rolls into it like Franken.
Frank and Beans.
I love it. So speaking of Last Call, we have some beer coming out on January 21st. We're having the release party for the BVK IPA.
So it's like a week and a half, folks.
Come out, dance to the sultry sounds of Scotchy Claus. He's going to be playing his guitar, maybe some keyboards.
I'm sure Southwest is. I'm
no
sure
keyboards.
No keyboards?
No keyboards?
Maybe
Not
some
this
drum
time.
set? Maybe.
So we'll see how much practicing I get in, but I got a little bit of foot drums going on now.
Oh,
too, so.
shit.
And then at the end of the night, we're going to sing Four Non-Blondes.
Hell
Yes.
yes. That will end the night. And Liza's coming up, and she's going to take the mic. And
Indeed she will.
I love it.
And then everyone's like, why were we listening to him all night? Were we could have been listening to Liza?
I've heard that a lot, actually. Thanks a lot for
Is
bringing that
Linda
up.
Perry here? No, it's Liza.
Yep. But Southwest Airlines should hopefully have their shit together by this time. So
Yeah,
a
so if
flight.
you're going to fly out, come on out.
book a flight. They're probably giving them away for free since they fucked everybody over. So
You can stay
if you
at-
have those extra miles that they cancel your flight at Christmas, come out to I don't know which airport it is, Sacramento.
Yep.
Fly into Sacramento and then take a little quick drive to Oakdale.
You can stay at Brad's house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anybody listening, you can stay at Brad's house. He lives here in town.
Brad will pick you up in his new electric
anyone
vehicle.
and everyone.
Yeah.
No matter how large your party is.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got plenty of room.
Plenty of room.
Yep.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys letting me win a draft, even though I feel like one of those kids at like the Make-A-Wish kids that gets to run the ball at the end of the football game and all the defenders like kind of just dive out of the way and don't tackle him before he gets a touchdown.
Walter, Liza, last thoughts on your first draft and brewing beer with us. Anything you want to add?
You guys were a great collaborator. You guys were very helpful. And I appreciate that so much. That's my favorite kind of collaborator.
Well, yeah, because we literally are lifting like 50-pound bags. I'm like just picturing like Liza just like.
No, never do that. I never do that.
You're-
I always make Walter.
So you're always on the
But
paddle.
she's on the paddle the whole time.
That
which
paddle
that's-
is work.
Yeah, we switched out like
It's
6
less work
times.
than the bag. Well, even today I did one bag and then I was like, oh, I can do it. And then 5 minutes later, my back hurts because I'm just a frail little woman who can't do that.
frail little woman who can't draft. Okay.
Oh man.
I didn't mean that.
Speaking of drafts, I thought it was awesome. As I've told you guys already, I'd love to be a drafter more often. That'd be really cool if I could be.
Yeah.
And if I can't be, then maybe we never make BVK IPA again. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Blackmail right out the gate. I dig it.
You know what works well with us? Threats. Definitely.
Wait.
I'm in.
Would we? No, I want to make sure we keep that sponsorship, actually. So we'll keep making it. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming in on the Brew Day and hanging out. Thanks for having us on the podcast. You guys are a hoot. So
thanks, you guys.
I feel like you can shit on us as much as you want since Zach's contract is pretty much bulletproof.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a lifetime plus 11 years or something, right?
So
Yep.
I think you can just do whatever you want, treat us as badly as you want, and we have to fulfill our obligations.
I have some
Thanks, Zach.
beef with Zach all of a sudden. I don't know why with this game.
No,
And now I just feel
normal.
like you became my nemesis when
That's
I just
normal.
met you today.
Yeah.
And you were 45 minutes late. I'm usually 45 minutes late. That's not
This guy
fair.
trying to show me up, showing up later than me.
Hey, just listen to the next draft episode, and he'll probably get last.
Yeah, I'll get back to normal. It's just I was just glad you were here, so I didn't have to get last. So thank you, Liza. I appreciate you. Hey, thanks for coming out. We love you guys. Bye-bye.